Hello, I'm John,
And I'm Sonia,
and welcome to Well-Aged Cruisers. Today we are going to talk about alternate eating on a Norwegian cruise ship.
which means specialty diets. So if you're vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free,
Lactose intolerant.
lactose intolerant.
So, just kind of a little bit of a preface for this trip. We've been vegetarian for almost a year now,
Yes.
for health reasons, really. We wanted to experiment and see if we could improve a few things. But we were just a little bit, I don't know, leery. I don't know what the right word is. Leery going on the cruise. I mean, obviously, food is a huge part of cruising for people. And we didn't want to go and just have a terrible time because we wanted to stay really strict with our diet.
Well, kind of strict, because we decided that if we had to, we'd eat seafood.
Yes, we did. And so we were geared up for that. And so we got to the cruise port. The very first people we met had similar thought processes. You know, they were actually, I believe, vegan. And we're actually more vegan on the weekdays.
During the week at home, I
Yeah.
cook vegan, and then when we go out, we are vegetarian.
So, you know, we're more I guess they call that flexitarian, I guess, in a way.
Yes and no, because we don't eat meat still.
But we might have
regardless.
eaten the seafood. So, yeah, kind of flexitarian-ish with a heavy on the
Ish.
vegetable side. So, anyway, so they had their concerns too. And so, you know, we had studied the menus and all before we went, and we knew that there were some vegetarian options. So our very first dinner, we sat down in the dining room, and Jamil, who was our waiter,
Who was awesome.
he was awesome. He came up and he said, "I've noticed that you have not ordered any meat for anything that you ate." And I said, "Well, we're trying to be vegetarian on this cruise. That's what we do at home." And he goes, "Let me get Mike for you. He's our dining specialist or our diet specialist."
Yes.
So Mike shows up and asks us a bunch of questions, and he basically, his job on this ship is to put food plans together for people who
Have special needs.
have special needs. And we didn't necessarily need that service because we were doing vegetarian, which is probably of all the diets the easiest to deal with. But he made recommendations. Every night he showed up at our table with the menus for the next night, wanted to know where we were eating, about what time it was going to be, and he was wherever we were that night and asking about the food. He took our order for the next night again. It was really an interesting and cool experience.
It was really helpful. And some of the things that we learned, if you pre-order like that, if there's something on the menu, say one night we had spring rolls that came with the ribs, but the spring rolls were vegetarian. They were just vegetable spring rolls. And so if there's a side from something else that you want, you can combine, like if you want a baked potato that comes with the steak, you can just have that as your entree. I mean, anything you want that way. They are, as long as they have some advance notice, they will be very accommodating.
I did ask him, I said, do you do a lot of these? He says, well, I have 2 vegans in the dining room tonight as well. So they know how to work with it. I would like to know if those folks had a great experience. I'm sure they did. All the food was good.
The food was great.
He also told me that the small ships, the Gem, Jewel class ships, maybe the smaller ones too, I don't know. But he said the small ships all have one of these specialists, and their goal was to do what he was trying to do, and that was to, accommodate everybody, meet them every night. We'll see what happens as the ships get full. That's a lot of work for one guy to get all around. The big ships do not necessarily have that. He wasn't 100% sure, but he said to talk to the maitre d', and they will make sure that it happens for you. We ended up sitting at the same spot every night in the dining room, which was great because we enjoyed our wait staff. and it made it easier for him, made it easier for everybody, really. So, you know, that might be a recommendation too.
Yes. What else? Around the ship, the buffet has a lot of vegetarian options. A lot. At the dining room, at the local / O'Sheehan's, whatever it is.
O'Sheehan's, the local, depending on the ship.
They have a veggie burger. So any burger that they have on the menu, you can substitute a veggie patty.
And they're really good. We had
No
3
problem.
during that whole
They
week.
were good. I enjoyed
We
them.
had 1 in Cagney's, so you can do that in Cagney's as well. And then we had 2 at the local.
At the local.
And so just other side notes, you can mix and match anything on the menus.
Yep.
You don't have to eat at the buffet every day. You can eat in the dining rooms. They have several options. You can order as much as you want in the dining rooms. We once went on a cruise on the Royal Caribbean, and they had banana cream pie for dessert one night. And I made the comments like, man, I love banana cream pie. I could eat a
It's
whole
my
pie.
favorite.
They brought me a whole pie. And they just laughed about it.
They
because
thought it was
it
hilarious.
was entertaining for them. But I mean, seriously, if you want to eat a whole pie, order a whole pie. They'll bring it to you.
He shared it with everyone at the table but me.
Because you don't like banana.
I hate bananas.
But anyway, so hopefully this is helpful. You shouldn't go on a cruise feeling like you're not going to enjoy the cruise because you don't see your food selection types, you know, printed out clearly. It's there. You just got to ask for it.
It was really good. And, you know, you have an allergy or something, like if you have a peanut allergy or a nut allergy, they'll also accommodate you that way. Even you have to call their specialty number, but you can even get kosher meals if you need those. You do have to call in advance for those so that they have everything ready for you. But food-wise, they're very accommodating.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, food is a big part of the experience of cruising, and
It is.
And you know, you want to enjoy it, and it sounds like they want you to enjoy it as well, so they go the extra mile for that.
I mean, that's pretty much special needs dining.
It wasn't awkward or anything either.
No, it was great.
Oh, so here's another little tidbit. We had gone to La Cucina one night, and then the next night, of course, Mike shows up again, asked us how our dinner was, and ready to take our order for the next night. And I again made another comment. It's like, the bread in La Cucina is like the best I've ever had. And he goes, do you like that special bread? I don't know where the word special bread came from, but it stuck the whole cruise.
It became our
And
secret code
it's like,
word.
yeah, I really liked it. He goes, you'll have it every night. And the next night, boom, we had it on our table.
We didn't have it every night, but
No,
we did have it a couple
we
other
didn't,
nights.
but yeah, we did have it 2 other nights. But I mean, they always asked us when we sat down, do you want the special bread tonight? And so they're very adaptive. And, you know, go out, enjoy the cruise, make it your own. They'll back you.
Yeah,
So.
it was great. It really was great.
All right, that's it for this video.
All right, bye-bye.